The next talk is creating a cool and simple cheating platform on Android with Milan Gabor and Daniel Gah.
Yep. Hi, everybody. My name is Milan Gabor, and today we're going to present you a little bit about, let's say, cheating platform, or we're going to play with Android applications. So, are you tired already? Huh? No? Well, no. Okay, so we're going to do it in English. But ich könnte auch Deutsch sprechen, aber ich bin ein bisschen außer Übung und deswegen wir werden auf Englisch sein. Is this okay? Well, okay. Okay, so who we are actually? We are just two guys from Slovenia. So you know Slovenia, it's everybody driving to Adria coast, through Slovenia, to Adriatic Sea? Yes? No? Yes? So you know what we like to really have fun breaking this stuff. I own the company, small company, and we are doing like penetration tests, security analysis, trainings, and we really love to play with applications. This year has been, let's say, very successful for us because we have been all around the world talking in different conferences from United States, from DEF CON to B-Sides, Hungary, France, and everywhere. So this is who we are. But beside us, we also have some famous Slovenian hackers. Does somebody recognize this guy? If you look from one angle, it looks like Snowden, something. Yeah? Well, it's not Snowden. It's most famous Slovenian hacker. Actually, he was convicted this year, but the conviction is still not final. And actually, FBI was after him, or still is after him. And FBI wants around 6 years of prison for him because he created the, let's say, software that was run by the largest botnet at that time, so-called Mariposa. So we actually have interesting, let's say, IT security people from Slovenia. So what we're going to be talking about today. So first of all, we're just going to see Android mobile app security. We're going to touch a little bit about analyzing static dynamical, and we're going to show you a tool that's actually already available on a GitHub, so you can play with it. And then it's going to be a demo. So who likes the demo? Did you miss demos during this conference? Huh? Yes. So you're going to see that we actually created tool or platform or whatever you can call it, so you can cheat your Android games in like 4 or 5 lines of code. Okay, where we are today with the mobile applications. 45 posted one security report last year, and they claim that if you are looking at the 10 mobile applications, 9 of them have some kind of security vulnerabilities. Do you think that something has changed from year 2013 to 2014? Huh? Yes or no? Well, no, maybe it's 8 mobile application does have some kind of issue. I just took screenshot from Register 1 hour ago, so it's a news story. So it's kind of attacks against the mobile, not only application, but mobile devices. And everything that's problematic is ICMP redirect packets for mobile application, because Android and iPhone, it's vulnerable to this kind of attack. So if you're connecting now to, let's say, wireless network here or around places around this hotel, it might be that somebody is already doing some nasty stuff with you. So what is actually our story? Where everything started? Well, everything started last year in Paris. We have been at the Hacking Paris conference, and there were 2 guys, really young guys from France. They have been showing some cool presentation about how you can interact with mobile applications at runtime. So you don't have to recompile them again or debug or step into all the methods. And we have been trying to use their methods, to use their tools, but we had some problems. First of all, they wrote a tool, it was in Python, right? Yeah, Android applications are Java. So there was some kind of problem. So after that, let's say way back from Paris, we went, can we do the same or even better? So that was our motivation. So can we do it? Yes, we can. We really want something that works, you know, not setting up really complicated environment. And we really want to test mobile application. Why? Because we got last year and also this year quite few requests for testing mobile application. Not only the banking application, but all kind of sorts of mobile application. So what were our goals? The first goal was to live inside the APK. So to somehow inject our part of the code inside the APK and live inside. We want to have access and modification of all kind of variables inside that application. The next step was we want to execute code in the runtime. So we write a code, we write a Java code in our tool that is sent over to the application, and this code is then interpreted in application and it's run there. So we really wanted to have effective and easy to use. And since we both have been programmers in Java in our previous life, we really want to have Java because it's also native Java and Android. So Daniel is going to show you what we really wanted, and you're going to see in first, not real demo, but in the movie, you see what we wanted to have.
Okay, I will show you just an introduction video, and I will show you how we managed to achieve these goals that Milan already mentioned. And first, a question for you. What does a hacker do if he finds a solution? And if he finds or if he achieves his goals, he writes a tool, and we did the same. So let's start this movie. Okay, on the right side you can see my Kali Linux machine. On the left side is a mirrored phone. Now I will run my tool, our tool, sorry, and next I will run the application. So this is the tool, this is Vaccine. It's called Vaccine, and now I'm connected to the application. And on the left upper side, you will see all the objects that are used by the application at runtime. So if I'm starting this application, activities are automatically added. And if I'm right-clicking on one of these activities, Vaccine will return me all the fields that this activity has. And by fields, I mean variables like private, public, and protected. So now I'm gonna run this code, and what this code will actually do is display a message on the screen, a toast message on the behalf of the application. And this code uses some components of the application, the main view activity. And I will print hello DeepSec, execute, and you can see here the message. Okay, this was an introduction video. We will do some live demos, so don't be disappointed.
Yeah. So as you have seen, you know, the tool was really complicated. You know, it has like 3 parts. You know, all the hacker tools are pretty simple. You know, they're not complicated. You know, so but there are some other facts. How many of you has been already analyzed some Android application? Okay, were those applications that you have been looking at obfuscated? Yes, normally, yes. Yes, so first of all, you need to know it. If you're looking at the application first, if you're doing static analysis, you need to know a little bit Java programming to know how does the workflow does, and how does this. So the next step is dynamical analysis. And sometimes you don't see everything that's going on inside the application. You're going to see several slides later what's actually real problem there. And some of the application, they're giving you real hard time. So, but before we go into the vaccine, and Daniel is going to be explaining what we did, first we need to go, let's say, a little bit more back to the basic. So if you want to test the application, what normally you do? You get the APK, that's the first step, right? Then unzip it, decompile it, you get the source code, check the code, you identify the important segments. That's pretty simple, and we don't want to show it how it's done. You have a lot of YouTube videos online. It's pretty simple. And if you do all these kind of steps and you're feeling lucky, then you get in a source code kind of calls like this. Some games, they're just executing the HTTP calls to the server. And I don't know, in one parameter, they're sending your username, in the other one, score. So it's really easy to win in this kind of, using this kind of game. Sometimes, if you're doing static analysis, you also get some usernames, passwords inside the code. You would be surprised how much usernames and passwords, internal IP addresses, forgotten usernames, they're left inside the code and the test examples. Or sometimes you run into this, so your decompilation, it's not full blown, so you get kind of mixed code, but still, even if this part is not decompiled, you still have some kind of feeling what it's actually application or method or class it's doing, because they have some security token, cookie store, and things like that. So the next part is, if you want to test application, you start it in a simulator. You want to see what's actually application is sending to the server, what is getting back. So you start your burp. Who's using burp? Great tool, right? Great tool. Or you can use Zap or whatever proxy you want to do it. You run application, you see the logs and other stuff that's application dumping and sending over the network. But sometimes you run into kind of problems if you're doing this part. So you see in this slide that there is one request to the server, and what is actually server sending back. You see this on a wire, or if you're playing man in the middle. Can somebody decrypt this in your mind? Huh? You? Okay. We have 5 minutes. Can you decrypt it? No. So when the application is sending data back and forth to the server, normally there are some encrypted, obfuscated, and things like that. What do you think if this data is once sent from server to the application, and the application receives it and puts that values into the variables? Is this data in variables encrypted? Huh? Normally it's not. So that's why our principle is, let's say, it's really good one, because we are accessing the variables, and normally we don't even need, there's no need to, let's say, break encryption or decrypt, or I don't know what, reverse engineer, all kind of encryption methods. So in the next couple of slides, we'll be talking about the reflection, bean shell, and combination of static and dynamic analysis. So what's actually reflection? Somebody who knows what reflection is in terms of Java? What's reflection, short?
You can access internal members of a different class.
Yeah. It's actually Java's feature, this ability to inspect all the methods, all the variables, all the classes, and call them at the runtime. If we put it in a short way, it's like Java looking at the Java. So the next thing that we used, it's a public available library called Bean Shell. It's actually more than a library, it's a Java interpreter. It has all embedded stuff like scripting languages, and it's written in Java. So Java, now we have reflection, that's Java looking at the Java, and we have a Bean Shell, it's actually written also in Java. So if we put this together, we get a, let's say, really interesting results. So why it's also important that if you're doing dynamical analysis, that you first read just a little bit, maybe a little bit, not analyze all the source code. Because you get the feeling where the right methods are, because you get the feeling where the right variables are. Because otherwise, if you have like 1,000 classes and like 50,000 variables, you get lost. You don't know where to look in it. So that's why it's combination of statical analysis first in the first step and then dynamical analysis. It's the right way. So we are looking at that kind of solutions. We have been trying, we have been analyzing. Daniel was going, I found a way, and then after 2 days he came, oh, it's not working. We need to do it again. I said, well, there must be a way. So we went really digging deeper. We start digging deeper. We start developing a tool. We tried different concepts, and we came up with a vaccine. So,
okay, so here you can see the vaccine environment, and let's first focus on vaccine. It has mainly two components, and the first is the testing component. This have been shown in the introduction video. The second is the controlling component. This component takes user input and decides what to do with it. And it also prepares the application so we can connect to the application and do the stuff I have shown you in the video. On the left side, you can see the modified application with some injected service and the initial library. Vaccine also depends on some other tools, but these tools are few, so the process of preparing the application is pretty stable. Let me explain you first in pictures the process of preparing the application, what the controlling component does. First of all, we have an AP key. Basically, an AP key is just a zip file. So we extract it, and then we focus on the classes.dex file. Classes.dex contains the source code in the form of bytecode. So we use a tool that's called Smalley, and we get out Smalley source code. Don't be confused, it's not Smiley, it's Smalley. But actually, when we are having this Smalley source code, we are adding our own smiley, bad smiley. And the next logical step is, if you have all the Smalley source code, we need to get back to classes.dex. So we use again Smalley and get back the classes.dex file. I don't know why I put this image in. Maybe it's on rebus, how it's called. You have the classes and you have Dexter, and then you go classes.dex. It's stupid, but never mind. Okay, the next thing, we are focusing on the Android manifest. And here we are changing the context of the file because we are adding some external service description. We like to call this service and start it. And if necessary, we are also changing the permissions. So we have changed the classes.dex file and we changed the manifest file. This means that the signature is not more valid. So we need to remove the signature. This is the next step. And after removing the signature, we sign the application. Anybody recognizes this signature? Okay, I'm at the right conference. So we have a valid application that was signed. Next thing, we need to install it on the phone. After installing it, we are calling the external service and launching it. And the next thing is connecting to it. And this have already been shown. This is Vaccine user interface. When everything is done and prepared, Vaccine automatically connects and shows you this user interface. Let me just give you a brief introduction of the views that are inside Vaccine. On the left side, upper side, I already told you, these are objects that are used at runtime. You can browse through it by right-clicking on it, and you can go any level deeper, as long as there are objects to return. On the right side, you have a info view and a watch view. The info view gives you a basic information about objects, and the watch view is used for monitoring. So if I'm putting a variable into the watch view, Voxine will ask the application, hey, what's the value of this variable every few seconds, and display it here. And the part below shows you the scripting part of Voxine, where you can actually write Java source code, and it will be executed at runtime. No pre-compilation required. Okay.
Yeah, just if I may jump in, everything that you need, if you download it or if you want to play with it, it's this kind of command. At the end, we will give you our GitHub address. You downloaded it, you have game APK, you just run it, and the script, I know it's a bash script, but hey, shell shock, and all the good stuff that's coming with it. But anyway, we created it even before the shell shock, so it's actually a bash script, and it does everything for you. So it unpacks all the action that are needed that Daniel was talking about. It does it for you. It runs, and at the end you have result this one. So we need you to read this all, every sentence, because we don't want to be liable for any damages that you might cause with using it. But hey, okay, here are the demos.
Okay, let's play a game.
So this on the right side on your left side that you see, it's actually the screenshot. It's actually the screen direction of this phone. It's, as you've seen, it's been heavily used because it's broken. It has a lot of scratches, but it's still working.
Okay, now I'm gonna run Voxine. I already installed the application and prepared everything for you. And you can see here server started. This means the server started and I'm connected to the application. So let's run the application. By the way,
It's not working. Yeah, we have chosen, does anybody plays Wordjagd? It's kind of German, where you want to look for the words inside. So Daniel doesn't speak German. I speak German. So it's not good for me. But anyway, you're going to see that we try to run this game in different kind of languages. In Romanian, French, Hungarian, and we were winning all the time. Even if we don't speak any that foreign languages that we have been playing.
Okay, the goal of the game is to find as many words as possible in a short amount of time. And here you can see if I'm right-clicking, some activities should be added to the application. You can see the game view has been added, and I am again clicking right, so Voxine will return me all the fields that this activity has. Okay, I hope you can see the screen.
But as you've seen in this case, this code has been obfuscated because the programmers, they don't like to write classes like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, and so on. So
okay. Milan already mentioned why it's important to do statistical analysis. We did it and found out this game stores the correct answers in a variable. And if I'm executing this and printing the logcat out, you can see here the answers, all at runtime. So I don't know if Milan wants to play now.
Yeah, maybe I try. And remember that burp screenshot? That actually that game is sending back and forth. So all the answers for that game, they have been encrypted. So what server sends it back to the application, it's not the clear text. If it would be clear text, you would have an easy job. But in this way, no. So,
but we can do more. We can even interact with the user interface, and let's run this. And on the left upper side, you can see the dump answers appeared here.
So here, Daniel called one dump answers, one method, and actually the application we were interacting, it actually dumped all the answers. So you can easily put Hauptgrund as the longest word inside this application. So you see also how many of this source code it's necessary to do this. See how many lines? 1, 2, 3. Actually, it's most important thing is that one line, so the dump answers.
Okay, we will play another round, and I will show you how to play a perfect game.
So this, what we are doing now. Yeah, we are not connected. So stop playing with the presenter's wireless network. Don't kick us out of the network. Otherwise, you will have to watch videos, not the live demos. So you see, this one, we try to play perfect game. So what we are doing, how many of you are Java developers? Who can read the Java code? Huh? Okay, so it's not a problem. So we are looping from one results, from one variable through all the values, and we are putting them into another variable. So from all possible solutions to the guess solutions. And we are doing this and creating a thread. This is because of other reasons, because if we want to run the dump answers on a thread, on an application, we need to create a thread. And you're going to hit it? Did you hit it?
Yeah, I hit it.
I hit it, he hit it, and after, let's say now we have still 23 seconds left until the end of the game, and you will hit it at the DeepSec, let's say player DeepSec, it's going to be winning, so it's going to be on the top.
And just if you do your static analysis, you find out that this variable has the max score, and this is my user score. So wait another 4 seconds for the end of the game. And another 10 seconds.
Yeah, 9, 8, 7 Sekunden, 8, 6, 4, 3, 2, 1. And if there is some justice in the world, yeah, we should be winning the game. You know, and 4 lines, 6 lines of code. It's not rocket science, right? And as you have seen, we are actually live interacting with the application. We are not recompiling it again. We are doing it at the runtime, sending all the commands.
Okay, another demo, or
No.
let's continue?
Let's continue. Because we don't. Slides. Okay. So this has been last year, and then. You know CCC? Is anybody from CCC here? Yes? Then there came CCC last year, and there was a perfect presentation from Colin Mulliner about dynamic Dalvik instrumentation. We saw that presentation, and then we will, okay, now we are changing APKs. So you need to have APK, you change it, you repack it, and put it back on the phone. So we will start thinking, can we do it without changing the APK, using his methods that he was presenting at the CCC Congress last year. And we dig again a little bit deeper, and Daniel came out with some great solutions, so we don't need to change APKs anymore. But there's one drawback that you're going to see it later.
Okay, let's first explain some basic abbreviations and notes. Here DDI is the dynamic Dalvik instrumentation, what this means, and basically Colin created a framework. With them you can hook methods, so replace methods, Java-based methods with your own. And ADBI has become, was before DDI, and what is actually possible with ADBI is to inject shared libraries into running processes and make them execute. So I guess you know what shared libraries are and hooking. And GNI is the Java native interface, the bridge to native functions. So if you write C source code or C++ source code, you can call this code from Java. And Zygote is the main process from which all applications are forked. So if I start an application, the code forks itself, and this fork becomes the application. So it's the main process. Okay, how we manage to inject all the necessary stuff at runtime without changing the application. We exchanged some emails with Colin and did some hacking. And we use his framework, DDI framework, to prepare our shared library. This shared library contains the hook for the onStart method. So if the onStart method executes, our hook replaces it. We use hijack from ADBI framework to hijack the goat. So if the goat specializes, it forks itself, it injects the shared library that we created into the target process, and it executes this shared library. And after that, our onStart method executes and loads all the necessary stuff into the application. And when it's done, it's just giving over to the original method. And then you can just connect to the application and use Vaccine as before. Let's do a demo of this. And I will show you how it's actually easily to connect to Google Play Store without changing the APK at runtime. So here I will connect to the phone and go to data. Okay. Data local TMP where everything is in place, and I will run this demo. But first I need to know the zygote process speed. Oh, sorry. It is 140 because hijack needs to hijack this process. So let's run demo and bit 140. Oh. Another time. We have some issues.
Yeah, this is a problem when you're trying to run the live demos, and you don't have time to pray to the demo gods that everything is going to be working, so because we arrived last evening, we missed the yesterday days at the conference because I had some other presentations, so we didn't get to the church, So I know that this one, I think it's a Russian church, is here we're nearby, or but we really didn't have time, but. Okay, let's try again. Let's see if we manage to get inside the...
Okay, now hijack is listening for Google Play to start.
Screenshot there.
Okay, hope you can see it. Now I'm starting Google Play Store, and you can see here the library has been injected.
So actually, what does this mean? This means that we are actually living inside the Gmail applications who are signed, and you cannot tamper with them.
Now let's start the vaccine. And you can see here some activities from Google Play Store. And if I'm executing some code here, let's say exits who am I. This is a bin shell script, and it executes shell commands on the target phone. So if I'm here looking, I am user ID 63, and let's just prove the point that I am actually inside the application. Yeah, I'm 63 user ID, and the package is command read rending. This is the package from Google Play Store. And I can actually now do everything that before, but I didn't change the application. Okay.
Oops. It's not the first one. We need to scroll to the Oh, we were somewhere here. So actually, what are the pros and cons of doing this kind of two methods? With the first method, there's no need for the rooted phone. If you're changing APKs, you don't need a rooted phone. You can do it on your non-rooted, your tablet PC or your rooted, non-rooted phone. Definitely there's an issue with some kind of untrusted sources if you want to download it from Russian forum, some kind of game, and you want to play with it. And it's like you just download it, modify, upload it to the phone, and run it. With the second method, there's no need for APK modification. So you have all your phone or your tablet PC already there, but there's one catch: you need a rooted phone. Why? Because if you want to hijack the Zygote methods and inject some kind of shared libraries, you need a root permission on the phone, and that's definitely more skills. There is more skills needed for this. So what are the challenges ahead of us after, because we got a lot of, after presenting at a different conference, we got what do you want to do with that? You know, during the research and during our projects, actually, we found out that this kind of method is not applicable only to the Android. So using a reflection and this kind of principle, you can also use it in Oracle, for example, in Oracle Forms. We had this year, we had one project, and the customer was demanding to test the Oracle Forms. And I think how much time did we need it to convert original vaccine to the Oracle Forms? It's like 4 hours. We have been living inside the Oracle Forms. Today we have been at the presentation, and I know SAP is also using kind of Java application. Maybe it would be nice if you could live inside the ASAP. Or, I know, I also have a son, and he's 10 years old, you know, and he's playing Minecraft. You know, Minecraft. Is anybody addicted to Minecraft? 1, 2, but you're not 10 years. My son is 10 years. You know, so that was also an idea, because one day he came home and he said, well, I will hack Minecraft. You know, it's like, wow, yes, you're on the right way. You know, if your son says, I want to be a hacker, well, you know. And then he tried something. You know, he failed. You know, it's like, oh, it looks like I won't be a hacker. But anyway, definitely Minecraft would be one good idea also for future. We tried also other tools that are available to hook on a Java process and to inject inside it, but they were not working. They have not been updated for like 3-4 years. We tried to contact authors. We didn't get any reply. So it's definitely one possible usage. And definitely, if you want to cheat the games, you know, my wife asked me a lot of times. You know, she's playing games on a tablet. You know, can you make some more coins? You know, I really want to get to the next level. You know, I'm not getting to the next level without owning enough coins. So definitely, as you have seen, 4 lines of code, 5-6 lines of code, you can create a simple and really ultimate cheating platform. So as we tried to show you, it's actually one script. It's nothing more than one script. It's small GUI, not very complicated, and definitely can help testers, researchers, or even on the bad side, hackers and cheaters. I don't know, malware analyzers. And definitely we are looking for some new improvements, open suggestions, or comments, or everything that comes with it. So, but before we finish our talk, because I think we are almost there, right? On time, we are perfect. Since we have been presenting in Las Vegas, you cannot present in Las Vegas without playing any real games. Like cards or blackjack. Does anybody play blackjack? Huh? Okay, so you're gonna help me because I don't know how to play the blackjack, right? You're gonna say if I hold or hit or other games. So let's try to see if this demo, so it's gonna be working. And there's also another thing that it's interesting. You're gonna see how developers cheat sometimes. Why they are cheating? Because if you're going for every card that is coming to you, so every time you create a request to the server, you create the traffic, and the server. So they're, let's say, pushing or minimizing the load of this kind of action. So they're not sending card per card. They're sending 20 cards in a row. Would it help if you know what the next card would be at the blackjack?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, let's try to see if we manage to see what are the next cards. So we're gonna be a little bit in advance against the other players.
Can you see the screen?
Yeah. So this is the screen here. I won't be updating this game. I don't want. Okay, let's claim some cash. I don't want to buy some chips. And let's say play. So we're gonna be playing.
Yeah, the phone is a little bit slow.
Yeah, the phone is Samsung S1. It's it doesn't have a lot of RAM. So, but you have any preference where we want to sit? Huh? Where this is? You have lucky placement? Where?
That's fine.
Here?
Right there. Sure.
Right there. Okay. Sit.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter as much as in poker.
Okay. Sit. Sit. You're sitting. Right. Cool. Okay. Daniel's gonna show you the code. This snippet of the code is gonna be a little bit more. Okay. Deal. Deal. Do you want insurance? 2 and queen? No insurance. No insurance. Okay.
Right.
You're bust. Okay. They had a blackjack. Dealer had a blackjack.
It's a push.
Yeah. So okay. Deal.
I have problems here.
Okay. Try to play. I will play the game. No, we will play the game. You solve the problem. King and 4. Double or hit?
Hit.
Hit. Okay. Okay. 18.
Stay.
Stand. Okay. We lost again.
Now, if we could have seen that next card.
Yeah, he's doing that. He's doing this. You see, he's sweating already. So. Okay. Deal. Let's hit another round. 8-8. You have 16.
Split it.
Split.
Oh, this is some advanced player.
Yeah. You have 8. I guess hit, right?
Yeah.
Hit. Okay. 8. Hit. Hit. Okay. 13. 23. You won bus.
Yep.
Hit. Okay. 21. You have. Yeah, you won. One.
And now?
And now you see here we are playing, and here you're getting the next card. So you see the next card should be King Diamond. Let's play deal, and see the King Diamond was somewhere there. It's not updating.
Yeah.
It's updating. Yeah, and you see here that you have King Diamond already here because you don't want to go and look inside the logs. That's why we made dynamically replace that button with the card. Right. So you see what card is coming. So if I go, I did lose now, but let's play another game. You see that 8 spade, 6 club, 7 hearts is gonna be. Let's play
That's
another
good
one.
UX design right there.
Huh?
That's good user experience design right there.
Yeah. Well, we tried our best. Really. See, it's your turn. You have 6, and the 9 club is next. What should we do?
Yeah, hit.
Hit. Okay. Okay. You have 15, and the next one is 6 club. Huh? So you're winning again. You see? So the Q club. Okay, you got the point, right? Because we don't want to steal the time. And let's just go through let's just go for a minute through the code. You see the first part. This is a little bit more than the 4 lines of code. But what we are doing here, we are taking the cards out of the resources for images to show you the card. This is getting the card, and this is the other card. So, And this is actually the code that's doing this, let's say, cheating, creating a cheating. So we need to discover where those next two cards are actually in which variable holds the next cards, and it should be somewhere com, Zobza games, blackjack game, WG. These are next cards. We loop through them, next 4 cards, and that's it. So all the magic happens there. And here we draw the card. You know, that was the most, let's say, that was the most time-consuming part to get the right, how do you call, graphical image representation, where should we put it. But all the magic is here. So 4 lines of code, you're almost winning. You're almost getting. And that, you saw that the developers cheat in this kind of way. What would be normal? That every card requests, you know, what's the next card, the next card, the next card. But here they're sending just a whole bunch of the cards, next cards that are coming. So, okay, give me just the slides back. And okay, that's it. Our time is up. I hope you enjoy it. Are there any questions?
Thank you.
The gambler here.
Yeah, so did you find these games where you actually use money?
No.
No, we don't have time to do that. But I think in this crowd you will find somebody who has interested to do that. No, we didn't try. We didn't do it, and we didn't try even with the other games, because every game that we have been showing this was the first time that we touch it. We have found something that we could play with it and show it a little bit. But normally, from our experience, that when we have been analyzing the games for the real money, everything, the game and the game playing is done on a server, so you cannot modify it. So.
Thank you. I think your library makes pen testing live very easy. I got one question about the change from the older Darvik runtime to the new Android runtime. Did you have time to check if there's also possible to inject?
We didn't have time to check.
Yeah, we are aware of that issue. After finishing this year, because normally at the end of the year we have a lot of projects, and then in January we have time. When we have time, we will do it also. So, as I said, on the GitHub there is all packaged with a zip, so everything that you need. If you have any questions, or just drop us a note on a Twitter or Facebook or email, or send us, Google us, and we will be more than gladly to answer you. So have fun using it, have fun cheating it, have fun helping your wives to win the games. Okay, thank you very much again.
Thank you.